So in this video we finished the Dune Cycle and we fixed something else that we had sitting for a while that you haven't seen yet. Alright, I think we have everything to do this now. I got a 100-inch cable to put on here. That should be long enough. We'll have to cut a little bit off of it, but we'll make it work. And that should be all it needs to ride. Some air in the tires. So we'll go ahead and throw this on there and then see how it goes from there. Alright, now all we gotta do here is connect it to the carburetor. Wasn't trying to do that. Alright, the cable's sticking or something, so I'm gonna change this whole setup so that it actually returns right. Alright, how that still works, let's stick this air box back on here. Alright, so the Dune Cycle's all done for now. We got the axle fixed, the engine on there, gas tank. Finally got the throttle working. I had to go back to the old throttle because it wasn't returning right. There was a sticky spot in the throttle cable for some reason, even though it's a brand new cable. Got the grip back on there, got it cleaned up a little bit. The tires are pretty bad. We're going to have to get some new tires for them. They're all dry rotted really bad from sitting. It runs pretty good. It's quiet. It's got that stock muffler on there still, so it's pretty quiet. So we'll go ahead and throw the GoPro on and take it for a little rip. That way you can see how it goes. We did a top speed before. It did 37 mile an hour, which is decent for a 212 on something like this. It doesn't steer the greatest with that little tire. Alright, so we got this little Yamaha moped here. Had it for a little bit, it's been just sitting around. I was going to do something with it and didn't. Now the carburetor's plugged up again, so I'm going to clean that out, see if we can get that going, and then maybe we'll do something with it this time. I'm not going to get too involved in this, just going to clean it enough to make it work. Got good stuff leaking out of there already. There's a bunch of sludge in there. Alright, let me spray this out here. Alright, I'm gonna call that good enough. Put the spring back in here.
Man, this thing's quiet.
We got it a while ago. The throttle cable was broken. I made a new one, cleaned out the carburetor, and I had it running. And we found out then that the rings or something's bad, and the oil from the crankcase gets pumped right out the exhaust. So we were just gonna jump it or beat the hell out of it or something. So it sat around for a while and never got to it or whatever. And I decided to clean up the carburetor and get it going again. Go do something with it. Yeah, that is the gas tank hanging off the side, zip tied to it. The original gas tank is under the seat here, but the petcock broke and it has a weird thread, and it was just easier to do this for the amount of life that it's going to have. Speedometer says 30 mile an hour. Once you get it up to 30, it starts screeching and howling, and the cable screws up or whatever is going on. Probably the gear and the wheel sprocket there. None of the brakes work. There's I guess the pads are probably just worn. The horn works. Headlight and taillight don't, but the front turn signals do. It's a 1980 Yamaha hopper. You can see down there on the exhaust all the oil from it just being pumped out of the engine. It just flows out of the exhaust. It's 2-stroke, so I mix the gas with the oil and it's kickstart. We'll go ahead and turn the key on here and we'll give it a kick. Alright, so the Dune Cycle's all done. We got the engine on there, got the throttle fixed and working right. Runs pretty good, starts right up first pull, so I like that. It has a top speed of 37 mile an hour, and I think we're just going to leave it alone for right now. 37 mile an hour is plenty fast enough for that, especially the way the steering is. It's just not great. So, I mean, it would be cool if it did wheelies, but maybe later. And we have this thing here. I told you about the problems with it. It does runs good actually, but it pumps all the oil out of the crankcase out the exhaust. So it's probably not going to last long. So if there's anything you'd like to see done to it or with it, leave it down in the comments. One way or another, we're going to send it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.